Hi everybody, it's been a while since I made a video. Today we are making coconut bars, and they will be going into the dehydrator. I don't know if I've made these before. I know I made date bars that turned out mediocre, but today I'm making a second batch of these. So let's go over ingredients. Calls for 2 cups of almonds, but I didn't have enough almonds, so we're subbing some walnuts. Called for 1 cup of pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds and 1 cup of dried fruit. I have dried cranberries and some hand chopped apricots. And then it calls for 1 cup of coconut. I'm using a little bit more because it also called for another 1 cup of nuts, which I don't really have. I'm saving some of the nuts that I have for backpacking. So anyway, here we have a 1/4 cup of maple syrup and a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. And it also calls for a 1/4 cup of honey. I have this soaking in a hot water bath in hopes that it will come out of the bottle. Doesn't look promising. Okay. All right. So my phone ran out of storage. At any rate, here we are. We're back. We are going to use the Breville to try and chop these nuts. I have the slicing blade in at 5, and here we go. We're going to see. I bet the little bowl with the chopping blade would work better, but I kind of want to see what this is going to do. So I'm going to pour some of these.
How about using a
Small shoe?
Well, never mind. Go ahead.
I don't know. I was just going to pour the whole thing in and then start it.
That'll be fun.
Oh, well.
Do it.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll take your recommendation. My wonderful sweetie is over here shelling cardamom pods for this recipe. It also calls for cardamom, by the way. I'm not adding salt because the pumpkin seeds here are salted, and it very well may turn out to be too salty. At any rate, we're going to try. Oh, well, that was exciting. Alright. Oh, look at that. It's crumbling. Whoa. Oh. Pause. That didn't work. FYI. It clogged it. Oh, wow. Okay.
Let's find out the walnuts, but not the almonds.
Yeah. So, the Breville does not slice almonds. I'm going to pause for a second and put in the little bowl and chop them. Real quick, I wanted to show you as I was doing this. I found that it has this like clogged sort of thing in here from the almonds. And the consistency on that is basically not what I'd hoped. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, here's a note for Breville in case you're out there listening to my videos. This happens a lot where it just gets caught right there and then it kind of just stops doing what it's doing. So anyway, this is a problem I'd like fixed. I don't know how you want to fix it, but just want to let you know. Okay. So I have the non-sliced things in there, and shoot. It looks like I have a whole almond in there that did not. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. I think I'm just gonna have a few whole almonds in my bars. So, and is this even worth using? Okay, well, at any rate, we're gonna change bowls. And I think eventually... Oh, by the way, I got a new lid, which is exciting. Okay. And this machine doesn't actually come with 2 bowls or 2 lids. I just happened to order them because I knew I would need them. All right, back with the other lid. And I'm going to pull just like you normally would. I just wanted to see if it would do the sliced feels. And I think that's probably good here. Yeah, it needs to be a little bit finer, but I'm going to add the pumpkin seeds and chop those a little bit. My husband's looking at me with this somewhat confused and appalled look, but it's okay. Oh, and by the way, I really don't like coconut, but these are for him. Alright, well, the top isn't sliced really, and the bottom is over sliced. So, we're just going to stop and reassess what's happening. Well, here we go. We got these. We got this stuff. I'm just going to pour them together.
Maybe the big bowl with the blade?
Oh, no, the big bowl with the blade isn't going to work. Because we tried, what did we try before? We tried something before. Oh, I tried spice grinding, and this did not grind, that did not grind, none of it ground. And I had to use a different appliance, which is totally okay. Okay, now I'm going to stop and look at my directions. Alright, I'm going to pause while I read, guys. Alright, guys, I figured out that you just throw it all in. Anyway, so now we're going to head over to the KitchenAid. By the way, I don't use my KitchenAid nearly enough. Just going to set these things over there. And why I didn't just put all of these things in one place, I don't know.
The
All right.
KitchenAid moves too.
Oh, well. Too late. That's a very good thought, Marshall, and I hope that you tell me that later. Alright, so it is plugged in. Done this too many times where I didn't have it plugged in, and that was unfortunate. It says mix all the sweeteners together, and I need the coconut. Here we go, and I'm probably going to run out of honey.
You bought new honey.
What? You didn't tell me that. Here I am.
New honey.
I did? Oh, jeez. This is what my life looks like, guys.
You bought it yesterday. I thought you remembered.
No. Did not remember that part.
Ta-da!
What? Oh, look at that, guys. Hey, this is great. Alright, so we're just going to throw stuff in. It says mix the sweeteners and coconut together and call it good. So it calls for, oops, didn't get that on camera, but a whole bunch of water just fell out of the cap. So, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever.
Don't worry. Just add the other things.
Oh, okay, good idea. All right. Coconut oil. Oh, jeez. This is turning out to be a very raw video. No pun intended.
Unedited.
True. Okay. Can you get me a spatula, Marshall?
Yes.
And oops, I didn't know. Oh, this is not good. I forgot to chop these. Oh well, you're having whole almonds in there.
Well, add the other ones and go back and chop them.
All right. Try to do this with one hand. We'll see. So far, it's turning out pretty good. All right. I'm glad that you're doing the honey because that is totally exasperating to
And
me.
most people microwave these, but we don't have a microwave.
Oh, true. Yeah, we are microwave-less. Kind of feels like being naked. So I'm gonna mix those together. If you want to move out of,
Naked and Afraid Kitchen Edition.
we're not doing any sort of naked kitchen anything. Although that was kind of a funny thought. Yeah, next we need these things. I really hope this turns out well. But what can go wrong? All except the coconut, which I abhor. And, oops, I managed to not spill all over the counter.
I'm glad the
Hey.
mixer wasn't running while you were doing that.
Yeah, no, I know when to pause, right? Okay, we're going again. Slow. It's on one. Oh, no, it is on one.
Okay.
Oh, good. We can also open the new honey if that's better.
No, I can scoop. I can reach in here and scoop it out. Look at that.
Oh, by the way, he's using a spoon. Here, let's get a shot of that. It is just this little spatula scooper thing, and it also is a teaspoon measurer.
Mm-hmm.
We have one that is the size of a tablespoon as well.
Or a half cup.
But they're neat because they sit on the counter straight.
Right.
So
they rest on this point.
yeah, rather than being all tippy. They work great.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
We
here.
didn't need to defrost the honey at all.
There. I'm getting that little last bit of that in there. Okay, it's probably sweet enough. I'm going to add the fruit in here too. And it says stir, although I'm mixing. I don't care. Okay, here we go. Now the question is it going to be sticky enough to hold together? Did we use enough honey? I think we did. It calls for more nuts than I have, so in theory, the proportions should be okay. So, sweetheart, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the cardamom on last. I'm going to sprinkle and pat.
Okay, I haven't ground it yet.
I know. So I'm telling you that it's okay that you didn't grind it, and I'm not mixing it in here like the recipe calls for.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, we can keep it whole. That'll be yummy.
Well, I still want you to grind it.
Oh, missed that part.
Yeah, it needs to be ground, cardamom.
Okay. Well, cardamom would be yummy, but yeah, I'll grind it.
Yeah. This is the part I hate, getting my hands all sticky.
Oh, you're worried about taking that off?
Yeah, can you get that off? Then I don't have...
It's weird from this side.
I just realized that I'm going to have to get my hands all sticky because it's all honey anyway. That's terrible. Okay, well, I'm going to do my best.
See.
Oh, sorry. I have the light on, if that helps. So you push up and then you push over. There you go. Ah,
Yeah.
thank you very much. All right. Next.
You don't need to get your hands sticky. You have a spatula.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess I can just sort of plop it on. But then I
Right.
got to get it into like a bar sort of a form-ish.
Just spread it out. And then...
This is way too slow. Okay, we're going to dump. Dumping. If I can get the bowl off. These things are really heavy. That's the only thing I really dislike about the KitchenAid, is that it is so heavy. Oops. Almost hit the floor there. It's so heavy that I have a hard time maneuvering it. And it's also not heavy enough to not walk off the counter. believe it or not, we had the KitchenAid walk right off the counter as it was mixing bread dough. Okay. And it was absolutely terrifying because we heard this huge crash, thud of the entire machine falling off the counter. And then it was still mixing. So it was going ka-clunk, ka-clunk, ka-clunk. And it was all over the floor. And it was just really bad.
I think the bread stayed in.
Yeah, I think the bread did stay in. You're right. And it wasn't a waste, but it was scary because it was just so, it's quite dramatic. Alright, well, these turned out really crumbly last time. And I bet they're going to turn out really crumbly this time.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah. And I know you guys don't really need to see me doing this, but I figured I would just talk because I haven't made a video in so long. So we're kind of pressing those together. In theory, I could use a piece of parchment paper and press it together with my hands. Probably not a bad plan. However, I don't feel like doing that today. It's really hot out today, guys, so I have air conditioning on, but it's still making me feel slow. Now, we need to score these, and I'm going to get a butter knife so that way I don't cut through my mats on accident. I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Just gonna score them into bar type things. My hopes is that if I score them slightly bigger than last time that they won't crumble. But I'm doubtful. Today's recipe hasn't gone as planned. But oh well. It'll be fine. It's for my husband after all. He can only say yes, dear. He's wonderful. Okay. Oh geez, so sticky. Well, not sticky enough, that's the problem. Alright. And in theory, we're taking some of these backpacking, which means crumbled automatically by default. Even in the top of the pack, it still gets jostled around enough where you're like, oh geez. But he says he's gonna like it, so we'll see. Yeah. Alright, well, next is the dehydrator for 24 hours at 1:15. I will probably do it a little bit hotter in a little bit less time. So, alright. Well, thanks for tuning in. We will see you another day. Here is the progress Marshall's making real quick. Looks like he's cutting the pods open and shelling them. Where are the little seeds? Let's look at the little seeds. Those are the little seeds on the inside of the cardamom pods, in case you don't know. And basically we're going to grind those. If you grind the whole pods, it turns out bland. And maybe that's what they do in the store. I find that the fresh ground is way better and a lot more work, but totally worth it. So I think you're probably good to go on cardamom for right now.
Okay.
Although if you want to shell more and we can have extra, that would be great. All right, well, we will talk to you later, guys. Here's one last picture, and I don't know if I'm going to have time to do another video before we leave on our trip. So, all right, we'll see you later.